Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to do another video answering another question from the audience. And this was kind of a critical comment left by Alex Bernard. It was a fair comment, but it was a little bit critical about my most recent video where I said waiting for the bottom is a mistake. And in that video I talk about why I'm bullish about Splinterlands, in the short term, the medium, and the long. And I talk about how you could position yourself to kind of benefit from that if you understand that. And then he left a comment, Alex Bernard left a comment saying, this is investment advice. Can you just focus on the battle, the battle strategy, the game itself? And I had to push back in the comments, and I did. I said, hey, Alex, I do a lot of that content. There's playlists. If you don't know this, if you're new to my channel, I cover the rank battle of this game. I cover the chest rewards of this game. I cover the guild brawls in this game, and at times even the tournaments, maybe not so recently. But so I feel as though if that's what you want, that's here. You can go find the playlist below. However, one thing I never want to shy away from, and I really hope you'll get out of this video, as well as just this general channel, is that Splinterlands is not, hear me, Splinterlands is not just a collectible card game with an auto brawler mechanic. If you don't know what that means, you're brand new to the channel. Well, Splinterlands, you pick 3, 4, 5, 6 cards and you submit them into a battle. I do the same, and one of us wins because the game mechanics unfold and your cards auto brawl versus mine, and one of us wins. Well, is that Splinterlands? That's the tip of the iceberg, in my opinion. That's not Splinterlands in its entirety. And I think to understand Splinterlands from that perspective would, one, cause you to think less of this game because you actually would see it from a more simplistic standpoint. But two, would cause you to miss a huge opportunity for yourself, both from an entertainment perspective, but also from a financial opportunity. And so then we get into this conversation. He says, this is investment advice. These videos lately are investment related. Hey, that's as if that's a bad thing, first of all. But second of all, I think you can't delineate there. I don't think, if you understand what Splinterlands truly is, Alex, and I say this to you, but I know you're not the only one who wonders this. I want you guys to hear me when I say this. I want the community that's into Splinterlands today, as well as those who are just curious and learning about it, to recognize that this is not just a collectible card game with an auto brawler mechanic. It is a game with deep levels of complexity. One of those levels of complexity is the game within the game, the economy. I say that all the time. This game has a game within the game, which is its economy. And so what do I mean by that? Well, I want to spend a few minutes explaining that because I think it's so important that we understand it as people in this space, but also anyone new coming in at a future date, watching videos like this. I want you to see right on day one the opportunity in front of you, because there is opportunity. And that doesn't mean that this is investment advice. Maybe before I don't think any of my content is investment advice. I'm sharing my story, first of all. But then let's get back to what is the game within the game? What is that economy side? How is it valuable? Well, just think it through, guys. In Splinterlands, as you own cards, you actually own them. And so they have a cost and a reward. They have a cost, like a price, and they have a reward, like they give you a utility. They allow you to win battles. They allow you to collect more SPS. They allow you to earn more soulbound rewards, maybe win more tournaments, fight at a higher level in your guild brawls, etc. And so they have a utility, which is the potential that comes out of them, a functionality, but they have a cost, a price. And you have to make, as the general manager of your Splinterlands account, think of it like a sports analogy. You're the general manager, and you are also the coach at times. The coach plays the game. You field the best players in any given context. When the rule sets are set before you, you analyze them, and the coach chooses which monsters go on the field. That's the coach. But you're also the general manager. The general manager is the person who recognizes holes in the team. You need a better tank. You need a better summoner. You need to level up certain monsters. Certain monsters are more important to level up faster than other monsters are. Understanding those differences, recognizing those holes and room for improvement is what a general manager would do with a hockey team, a basketball team, a football team. Right? You need a new pitcher. You need a new closer. You need a new shortstop, etc. Well, you don't blindly grab new players, trade for new players, or sign new players, or draft new players. A GM understands their weaknesses and with direction and intent fills those holes. That's what I'm trying to instruct you guys on when I talk about the game within a game, the economy, right? I'm talking about how can you measure, how can you weigh the cost versus the reward of having, spending more money on Chaos Legion, or spending more money on Rift Watchers, or spending more money on land, or spending more money directly on SPS. And I think if you think of it as something that's entirely separate, it's almost you're actually you're undercutting your ability to really succeed here, because they are so intertwined. You will not win as much as you can win for the least cost invested if you don't think this through. If you have infinite money, you don't need to think through the economy. You just throw money at the game and you buy all the cards you want. But that's not your story, and that's not my story. And I bet no one watching this channel has so much money that they can afford to not care about the economy. So what does it mean to then think about how can you? Well, hopefully I'm telling you that in every single video. Hopefully, if you're paying attention, you're really hearing me say, whether you buy this card or that card, this summoner, that summoner, whether you play one account or 10, whether you use a bot or not, whether you buy SPS or earn it, whether you earn SPS and then sell some of it, all of these conversations are ones that are based around maximizing the reward you get for the time and attention you invest in Splinterlands, so that you can receive economic reward, life-changing opportunity, financial opportunity out of a game that is fun and entertaining. And so Alex is right. There's like a strange connection here where it's almost investing, and yet it is a game. And so we don't want to lose either side of that coin. We don't want to ignore either dimension of that. If this is just investment, I'm not interested. If this was just a game, I'm probably not interested. Although, I don't know, it's harder to say because I played it for 4 years and I really like this game. I find it entertaining, I find it fun. But if it was just a game, like Hearthstone, for instance, where you get no financial investment, but that's a cool game. I played it, I liked it, but I didn't stay playing it. So there's this but here in Splinterlands, there's a combination of fun and entertaining, but also rewarding. That's why sometimes you'll see on some of my videos, I'll say Splinterlands is fun and rewarding. I mean that in every sense, rewarding from an enjoyment perspective, but also from a financial perspective. And that's not bad or wrong. That doesn't make my vision, twisted by financial gain. You know what I mean? Like some people, I see it in the comments sometimes, they're like, and Alex's comment to me a little bit feels this way. It's like I'm not enjoying. It's almost, there's a bit of an accusation in it. Alex, I hope I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm not trying to be rude here. It just feels as though there's a bit of, Dwayne, you're not enjoying it for its own sake, and that's a mistake. Enjoy it for its own sake. And Alex, I love the entertainment side of it. I love the gameplay side of it. Every week I do my guild brawls. I put them on YouTube as often as I can. Those are intense for me. If you want to see me being passionate about this gameplay, go watch those. But you also have to, it's not wrong to simultaneously hold on to the financial opportunity side and to see what this game actually could do for you, like long term. What I often say with the game is that it gives you trivial rewards for your time and attention, but that over a long enough time horizon, those rewards will be meaningful. They'll snowball in a significant way. And I actually think this game is going to retire some people. And Walking Keys, you guys know him from NFT Gaming and Collectibles, a good friend of mine, he often says, millionaires are made in the bear market. They just don't know it yet. And I think that's a beautiful insight. And shout out to Gank too, who also NFT Gaming and Collectibles. He often says we're all walking our different story. We all have our different, our different story. And the thing is, you're maybe just getting started, and maybe I'm further along. But there's a reward here for your time and attention, and that shouldn't be overlooked. And it's not dirty or wrong. It doesn't make it just this boring financial instrument that, that isn't a game. It's intertwined into the game. It is part of the game. And respecting that connection and that those two dimensions of it, I think will make you love this experience even more. And so that's what I wanted to say to Alex. I think if you actually recognize that, one, nothing I say on this channel is intended to be investment advice. I'm sharing my journey, my story, how I'm looking at things. When I talk about don't wait for the bottom, I'm talking about like Dwayne, like, you've got money on the sideline. You're waiting for a 1 penny SPS. What if that never comes? Dwayne, you're kind of thinking plots of land will go cheaper. What if they don't? Dwayne, and then in that video, I talk about how, you get SPS for holding the plots of land, and simultaneously, again, in a long time horizon, it isn't 3-cent SPS and a $60 plot of land. In my opinion, over a long time horizon, those plots of land, even the commons with natural resources, are going to be very expensive compared to where they are today. Even if they go down, and the SPS I'm going to accrue holding the plots of land between now and then, while it seems trivial to you, 3 cents to a day, 6 cents per plot, who cares, right? No, man, I think they're going to be $1 per one day. That's my view. And again, is that investment advice? That's my view, and I'm building my plan accordingly. If that, based on that expectation, based on that, that vision, maybe I'm wrong. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But if you truly see where this game is aiming, and you actually think it's fun and it has a future, then you should think through not just the fun gameplay mechanic and how can I enjoy winning more often, but also this economic side, because that's going to position you in a way that will allow you to extract even more reward for your value. But not just value, not just reward for your value. It's going to allow you to have more fun with the wins. So it's like, again, there's two parts. There's the gameplay, and then there's the financial side. But recognize that if you want to have lots of fun with the gameplay and you want to win more often and have that kind of success side, how are you going to do that? Is it just through expertise, tips and tricks? No, man. It's about understanding which cards are going to be the best value for their price, best utility for the price. And that might mean selling meta cards to buy off meta cards. That might be, thinking through, what's a good entry point for SPS, because you're eventually going to need SPS to support your battle rewards, etc. So do you see the interconnected nature here? I hope you do. That's the point of this video. That's the point of this channel. The beauty of Splinterlands is not simply that it's a collectible card game with an auto brawl mechanic that gives you some sort of trivial cryptocurrency rewards. The beauty is that it's far more complex than that, whether it's understanding this economy and how to navigate card acquisition, leveling up these cards versus those cards, selling this meta card for an off meta card, buying SPS now because you're going to need it later, investing in plots of land when you feel they're at an affordable price because you understand all the benefits, etc. But then even beyond that, and we'll end here, it's not going to end there, guys. The complexity is growing. We've already seen Splinter Forge, and it's really looking cool. We've seen Tower Defense, and that looks great. And I think I'm up to 150 packs now, Nightmare packs. That's for the Tower Defense. GLG. This is the tip of the iceberg, guys. Splinterlands, the card game, is awesome, and I love it, and I've played it for years, and I'm going to keep playing it. But it's not the end of the road for this. So don't think of the economy as something else. Don't think of it as financial investment over here, which is boring stuff, and over here I've got this game that I like. Recognize that those two are actually the same. They're dimensions of the same, they're facets of the same, jewel. And so I think you're going to see more beauty in this, and you're going to realize more opportunity out of the game if you look at it from that perspective. So Alex, just thank you for the comment. Even though I'm pushing back on kind of your comment, I I want you to know that I really do appreciate when people like you drop comments. I think I said this at the beginning of the video, but in case I didn't, I'm going to give you a raffle ticket for one of the plots of land that I'll be giving away this year. And so thank you. And if you're new to the channel and you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm giving away raffle tickets to people who either support my channel financially. That looks like checking out the member page, choosing your favorite level, getting involved on a monthly basis, and you'll get a raffle ticket for each month, or leaving great comments that turn into videos. Those who do will get a raffle ticket, and then you will have an opportunity to win a plot of land from me. It's probably going to be in a couple months. So thanks again, Alex. And guys, just thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope you have an amazing day. God bless.